I'm just what you made, God. I've been high as fuck since me and my homeboy A-Rod was at Tower City trying to catch that bus. We out here.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Corey, your Autobot, and I'm here today bringing you guys a brand new video. Today's video, guys, is a live commentary, of course. Like, you know, that's basically all I'm going to be doing for videos is live comms. But it's what I believe is the truth regarding recruitment challenges and stuff like this. And don't let this discourage you from going for bigger teams and recruitment challenges and whatnot. But I believe this should be taken into consideration before you go for the bigger teams. I'm talking like 100k plus. Wow, I spawned in late. Whatever. Anyway, what I believe the issue is now with RCs, and this is what I believe to be the truth, is that it's not about how good you are anymore, it's about who you know. I mean, it is about how good you are, but how good you know, or how good you know, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but how well you know some of the people in the team on a personal level is a bigger factor here, personally. That's at least what I believe to be the case. Now, is that actually the case? Who knows? I mean, it's the way I see it. Because I'm going to use the example here of 8Vs. He's someone who was in the community. He was an absolute beast in the community. He quit. And he went for the Phase 5 RC a while ago. And unfortunately, he didn't get in. I don't even think he made it past the first round, because you guys know, if you guys follow the Phase 5 RC and stuff like that, you guys know that when they do the RC, they eliminate people, and then they pick the people that they want to finish, and then they pick 5 people. That's why it's called the Phase 5. They might pick extras, but generally they pick 5 people. Now, some of the people that got into the second round of the Phase 5 from the initial start, where they eliminated it down to like 20 or 30 or something like that for people, like a smaller amount. I was watching some of the responses of some of the people that made it into the second round, and some of their responses were just terrible compared to 8Vs. 8Vs had an amazing response. His response was on point. He had some pretty solid clips in there. Now, there's one guy who got in who shouldn't have got in. Like, he wasn't hitting anything but quad feeds for his response, but he made it to the second round. And his response was actually the same length as 8Vs, but 8Vs had variety. He had more than just quad feeds. Kiwis didn't have a bad response, but it wasn't great either, but he got in. I believe 8Vs response was better than Kiwis personally, but, you know, what can you do? And that's just what I mean. Like, these two guys whose responses were picked over 8Vs Kiwis was friends with FaZe, as it was. But the guys that got in, aside from Kiwis, some of them were friends with people in Obey and stuff like that, too. It's all about who you know in the community. That just proved my point there. Like, it's quite sad to see that you could be... Like, you could look at me for an example here, because I'm not a bad sniper by any means. Am I going to get into FaZe? I believe I could if I played more and, you know, tried harder and stuff like that. I mean, I try hard as it is, but, I mean, if I put more time and effort into this, I could. I mean, not right now, obviously, but, you know, like, you know, if I improve and maybe when the next Phase 5 comes out, I could have a dope response and, you know, put out like a 20-minute response like Random did with Soar. But with that, that's not alone. Skill enough isn't enough to get you into the teams anymore. Unfortunately, you can be the best sniper in the world, but as long as people don't know who you are, you're not getting in. RCs are not about your sub count. They are not about, you know, like who you are as a person. They are, when it comes to the whole sniping side of things and going for clips for RCs, it is about who can hit the best clips and who is the most consistent. who is the better player. Who can prove that they are the better player. It's not about who can, you know, last stand faggot. Oh my god. It's not about the fact that you're best friends with FaZe Ray IRL. It's not about that you, like, it's not about any of that. It's about who can hit the better clips and who can hit them, who can hit more of them. Mainly the better ones, but if you can hit more, if you can hit better clips in a higher quantity than someone that can only hit quad feeds, you're golden. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. And at least that's how it doesn't work with a lot of these bigger teams now. And I mean, I'm going to talk about FaZe Clan in the next video and what I think about them now. I mean, I'm not going to diss them or anything, but I mean, I'm going to give my honest opinion on what I think. But I'm giving my honest opinion on the RC challenges, guys. And personally, if you guys are in a smaller team or not in a team at all, I'll tell you right... What the fuck was that? Fucking... Wow. Anyway. Personally, guys, don't go for RCs if you're in a smaller team. Or don't go for a bigger team if you're not in a team or you're in a smaller team. Wait until you're in a more known team. Because unfortunately, you're not going to get in. Because no one knows who you are. It comes down to a popularity contest in the end. Which really... I didn't think that this was an election or for a high school student body president or something like that. That's all that stuff is. This is something that could be a career for some people, but you're just taking that away from them. You're just making it so they get discouraged because they put their time and effort into a good RC response, but because they're not known, you don't pick them. That's not right. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you guys agree with me, leave a like as well. Next video will be coming out Friday, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's been Corey, or Autobot, and I'm out. Peace.